We'll go next to the SEC. Mike Elko turns A&M into a college football playoff contender in year one. I think the probability here is about a 3. Now, getting into the top 12 is certainly something that A&M's roster can do, but there are a lot of unknowns as it relates to Texas A&M. In part, their quarterback. Wigman, great player when available. However, he has been banged up at times in his career. You look at the offensive line. That is a legitimate question mark for me. A&M's offensive line, bunch of guys that are going to be coming in. Yeah, they've had a couple guys in the portal. Hopefully they're more consistent. I think they'll be all right. But I still think the offensive line is a big question mark going into the year. I think they're going to be fine at running back. They should be good at wide receiver. Defensive front should be elite in some areas. I think they have a chance to be, that's for sure. But you look at the second and third level defensively, should be really good, even though they will miss Edgerrin Cooper there at middle linebacker, who was among the best at his position in the country last year. But we're talking about the college football playoff here. We're talking about the CFP. And I think if you're in the SEC, you are in the playoff field more than likely at 10-2 or better. If you're anything less than that, you're probably not going to get there. And I know, talk to most Aggie fans, I think they're really optimistic with what Mike Elko is going to bring, the stability he's going to bring to the program, the level of detail that he's going to bring to the defensive side. And you got to hope that with what Coach Klein is going to do offensively, their offensive coordinator, they're going to be much more organized on that side of the ball and probably a little more creative. So there's a lot of reasons to feel good about A&M this year, but I look at them more as a dangerous team. You kind of put them in the contender category, then you put them in the dangerous team category, and then you put everybody else kind of in another category separately. They're in category 2. Not yet quite a contender, but not a team you really want to play, which is a great place to be if you are Mike Elko stepping into this position. I think they can beat anyone on their schedule. Granted, the stars might have to align, but they can beat anyone on their schedule. But could they also lose to a few teams on their schedule that you wouldn't expect them to lose to? I think that's a realistic possibility too, especially in year number 1. So I think A&M is going to have a really good year, and they're going to be a team that nobody wants to play. But will they be consistent enough to make it to the 12-team playoff? That I think is a bit far-fetched. So I put the probability right now in year 1 at a 3. A little low, I think, probably for Aggie fans, but I hope you understand that I am very optimistic about the long-term growth, stability, organizational resources, overall resources of the A&M program down the road.